Hello and welcome back to the Canadian Dream Just podcast. My name is Mahima Arora and we're back to the show as promised with a different guest. And this Canadian Dream Just podcast is a way to bridge the gap between how to achieve a dream after coming to Canada and how to fulfill those inspirations and aspirations once you're here on this land of opportunities. And today we have with us Gulleen Kaur Banga, and she's a technology sales analyst and also a spoken word poetry artist. And she has been here in Canada for past 1 year. Very warm welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
So before any further ado, I would like to always just dive right into it. That out of all the countries in the world, why did you pick Canada for yourself?
I mean, I know a lot of people have this dream to get their education from abroad and all of that. My case was very simple. I had like most of my family is here, right? On my mother's side. So that was always a big reason. And then at the same time, because I have a lot of family members in here, I have always gotten a lot of insights about how the culture is in the country, and I've always been able to be in a state of comparison. So I think for me, I've always loved India. I still love India, right? So not that I wanted to desperately move out of the country, but I really like how things are very organized here, right? So I love how if you go on a morning walk, people would come and say hi and have small talk. I think those things were something I was already aware of, and I not that I was desperate to come in here, but I really I'm very happy with the decision that I took. So family being the major reason.
Okay, so as you mentioned that you were always in the state of comparison, you could compare easily and you knew the culture and everything, how it is happening here, right?
Yeah.
So did you face any culture shock, although you knew the culture, but was there a culture shock for you?
There definitely was. I would say that no matter how many insights you have about a country, मेरे friends ने मुझे बहुत कुछ बताया. My family would tell a lot of things, and then especially after being on social media, and people these days would post anything and everything, so you get a lot of insights from that. But at the end of the day, I feel like what you get to experience when you're actually in that place is always a different story, right? So definitely there was a lot of culture shock. There's this very small things like, okay, like as simple as Uber, right? As simple as how costly transport and things like that is here. Like in India, there's Blinkit. Like you just like you want a packet of chips, you would be like, oh my god, let's Blinkit. So it's very different in here, of course. The culture as well. The people here are coming from such diverse backgrounds, right? So India in itself is also very culturally diverse, I would say, but in a different way, right? So definitely the culture shock, I'm still kind of absorbing it. I'm not completely, I've started feeling home because I'm about to complete a year in the country, right? So I've started feeling like home in the country, but I still consider myself as a newbie.
So have you ever taken a wrong bus so far?
To be honest, so when I came in here, I was living with my sister for initial, some time. So that place is Caledon. It's called Brampton 2.0 as well. So the transportation there is not that good. To be honest, actually, I would say it's not even there. Like you don't even have an option of buses and all. So I've traveled very less on buses. So not explored that side a lot. Now that I've moved to Mississauga recently, I've explored buses, but no, never taken a wrong bus or anything. But like in general, yeah, I mean. 3 months in Mississauga, so it's very, very new to that as well.
Okay, yeah. So actually, as it because it's been 2.5 years for me, and sometimes I still pick up the wrong bus. And after 2 stops, I realize that I am on the wrong direction, and then I get out, and then I change the direction. But
I've heard a lot of stories around that, though.
So that's why I asked you. But also, we're talking about Blinkit, right? I mean, it's such a different sort of technology. I feel like it's like the shops right next to us, and we don't even know how easy it is to just get it.
So recently, and I was like, oh my god, I was so shocked when I came to know there's this recent new app in India where you can actually, I think, book chefs for a party or something. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think we can book it here, but then affordability comes into a picture.
I know, right? I mean, no matter how settled you are, I have been 1 year into this country. I've talked to so many people who've been like 10 years in the country. Everyone's still broke, right?
Yeah. I wish we can change the situation for ourselves, but
fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. So tell us about your educational background. Like, what did you study in India?
So I did my graduation in commerce, BCom to be specific, and then I did my MBA into marketing. I did that from Kurukshetra University, and then so that was side by side to my job. So I was also into like proper core corporate. So that was about it. That's when I started my corporate journey almost 4 years back, and then this is here I am now.
Right. Okay. So, so from corporate journey to technology sales analyst, like, does it come into the same line?
It is. It is. So, I mean, even though I came through express entry, I thankfully, by God's grace, I was able to skip the struggle, and I could
Organically,
directly
yeah.
work. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I could directly work full time, but my field back in India was very different than what I'm doing at the moment. Back in India, I was working as a onboarding specialist, basically, a little on the technical side. I would say it's a client-facing role. But yeah, I mean, here it took me a while to actually understand the culture of this country. What is, what's the kind of scope into which field. So I've always thought of myself as a people person. I love striking conversations, meeting people. I see every person as a story in itself.
Definitely.
So that's I always knew that I think I can do good in sales, but to make a career transition, I think is a very big step in itself. So I kind of put myself in a situation where I was doing a sales job for a little while, just so I can test myself and know if it is something for me or not. And that's when I transitioned into this. And basically, people know it more as software sales, so that's what I'm into. But yeah, I'm loving it
You're
so far.
definitely a salesperson. I can see, like, for someone to be a salesperson, you have to strike conversation, right?
That's all that it is about.
Yeah, and also, like, coming from the background of literature, I feel poetry is somewhat related to it, and you get to explore yourself in a way that is not like, although it's describable by words, like you say, you're a poet yourself, but still the emotions that come into picture when you're writing a poetry.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, it's about, engaging with different people, understanding them at the core, I would say. Different, but it's still, different in a lot of ways. But yeah, I'm both kind of.
Yeah. So, other than that, like, have you worked in India before coming to Canada?
Yeah, I've worked in India for a good 4 years.
Why I asked you this question was like, what culture difference in terms of work did you notice?
I love that question, first of all. I'll tell you what, because I can write a book about it.
Yeah.
I think there's a very vast difference when it comes to the work culture in your professional space. I think even though I've worked in like both are like core corporate worlds, but I would say in India, I think the lines are very blurred between your personal and professional life. People tend to like sneak peek into your life and know what's going on and the gossip and everything. And not that it's not here at all, but I love the work culture in here. Like to quote an example, agar India mein, if you want to go on vacation, तो तुम्हें बोलना पड़ता है मेरा हाथ टूट गया, मेरी बाजू टूट गई, and you have to like create crazy stories around it. Here it's just as simple as going on a vacation, right? I think it's so normal, right? And that's how it should be in the first place. But I love the work culture in here.
I think when we're in India, people forget that you're humans as well, right? It's very hard for them to disassociate your humanness with your work personality, right?
Plus, at the same time, I definitely love the fact that I do believe that Indians are very hardworking people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I also think that for some reason, there's a lot of guilt associated with, going out, having fun.
तो क्या होगा, right?
Like, why do you have to, like, a normal, ideal life has, like, vacation is an important part of it. It should be normalized, and it's something that's here as a base. So I love the fact.
So, which brings me to my next question. Have you faced racism here so far?
Well, I've heard a lot of stories around it, but I think it also matters what industry you're in, what role you're in. As a salesperson, I also come across a lot of Indians. I also come across a lot of people, from diverse backgrounds. So they got to hire, people from different backgrounds as well. Even though I've heard a lot of stories, I have been fortunate enough to not face it in my personal life so far.
Amazing.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. No, actually, I think it absolutely depends on what area or field you're working at, or which fields have you selected for yourself, right?
That's
true. I think I've had a couple of experiences, but it totally depends. Like, I was at one place, I was working at a restaurant. It was all white, and I don't want to take a name, but I did face it there. And at the same time, I worked at another place, like it was also a white place, like people with like same restaurant industry, but did not face it there. I think it also depends on the area and the region and the people, right? But I'm actually really happy that you did not face it. And we've talked so much about just your work and how you've come here and what changed and what not when you came here, about your work and everything. But we'll talk more about your poetry side, because that's what I'm really interested in, and it's very hard to manage both of the things, right? And we have with us Gurleen Kaur, and so far हमने इनकी corporate journey के बारे में बात की, कनाडा क्यों आए इस बारे में बात की, जो culture difference है उस बारे में बात की, लेकिन अब जो ये हैं ये पोइट्री भी करती हैं। तो मैं ज्यादा नहीं बोलूंगी, आपको ही मौका दूंगी कि आप एक बारी हमें बस कुछ सुना दो।
तो आई थिंक ये एक पर्टिकुलर टू लाइनर है जो मुझे लगता है कि मेरे दिल के शायद बहुत करीब है। मैंने नहीं लिखा है ये, एक बहुत फेमस राइटर है मंटो, उनका एक ख्याल है। तो इट इज़ बेसिकली अबाउट हाउ आई हर्ड अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल टॉक अबाउट कि ये लड़कियों को समझना ना कितना मुश्किल काम है, समझ में नहीं आता है ना। तो बहुत लोगों को मैंने ये बात करते सुना है। तो उस बारे में ये है कि जिन लोगों को ये समझ में नहीं आता कि औरत क्या चीज़ है, जिन लोगों को ये समझ में नहीं आता कि औरत क्या चीज़ है, उन्हें पहले ये समझने की ज़रूरत है कि औरत कोई चीज़ नहीं है।
क्या बात है, क्या बात है। तालियां बजनी चाहिए, फेक तालियां ऐड करेंगे हम इसमें। दिस इज सो ट्रू, लाइक या वी आर नॉट एन ऑब्जेक्ट मैन, दैट्स सो ट्रू। एंड एक्चुअली हमें कॉन्सेप्ट बना दिया जाता है कि ये कितना मुश्किल है इनको समझना, पर एक्चुअली इट्स इजी। वी आर वेरी लाइक इमोशनली ड्रिवन। हमसे प्यार से बात करो, हमें समझाओ, हम समझ आते हैं।
Men, is it easy to understand men? Oh my God.
Yeah, it is like ऐसा कहा जाता है कि जो लड़के होते हैं बस like उनके जो steps होते हैं, next steps are very like you can guess कि वो क्या करने जा रहे हैं. But I don't think it's true in this generation. You don't know, you never know what they're gonna do.
I know, right? At the end of the day, we're both humans, right?
Yeah.
So, and we are complicated creatures.
Yeah, and I think we think from our hearts. And once you've swam to that place after clearing all the layers, जहाँ पे हम actually we can trust you emotionally, it gets very easy.
I know, and that's the basic quality of a human being. If we don't think from our hearts and don't consider that, how are we humans? No?
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. I mean, although हमारी बातें कुछ और reasons से हमने आज शुरू करी हैं, but this is a very lovely concept to talk about actually. Like, it's very easy to objectify girls. It's very easy to call them an object and treat them like an object and tell them their place all the time.
Right.
But actually, it's very hard to run this world without us. Just accept it as soon as you can and just move forward with the fact and let us be, right?
I know. And now that we're talking about it, just to add in a little, I feel like, honestly, I feel so blessed to be born in a generation where the fact that we're here right now doing what we're doing is that we've come a long way, right?
Yeah,
so it's a moment to appreciate all the efforts that have been put into place.
Like, if we think about this, like 20 years ago, Mahima thinking, oh, she wants to do a podcast, there would be like so many obstacles, right?
Let's pat her back.
Yeah. And you like being here and pursuing that poetry thing. So I'd like to come back to it. Like, what was this first point when you realize that I can rhyme these words and make it a poetry? And
so if I have to quote a year कि मैंने इस दिन शुरू किया, I don't have that. But
yeah.
I think like as far as I can remember, I would so a lot of people write after they read a lot. It's not the same case with me. As far as I can remember, I started writing when I used to be frustrated. That was the way. Like, poetry came to my life as a way of venting out, right? There were things that I would be, when I would feel choked, I would just put everything on a piece of paper and I would be like, oh, okay, I just took this off my chest.
Yeah.
So,
sort of like a journaling.
Yeah, journaling. That, and even if you read my poetry now, I think it's very raw. Like, and by the way, and I love all different forms of poetry as well. But a lot of people have this perception about poetry कि वो word rhyme करना चाहिए, वो इतनी dramatic होनी चाहिए. I think poetry at the end of the day, what it is like all the things that you're feeling deeply inside and you can't convey, that it's just a medium to convey that at the end of the day. So that's how I like to look at it. And I mean, like, मैंने कब start किया था, I don't even remember. I think I was in school or what. But yeah, the amount of satisfaction I get after pouring my heart out, and then, oh, by the way, and when you share, because back in the day I never used to share that. I never even knew that is something that can be called poetry, right?
Yeah.
So, but when you share something as deep as, you know, something you felt so deeply with people, and that's when you realize, oh my God, literally everyone is going through this. You find that
Yeah.
relatability. It gives you so much validation, and the kind of connection that you start sharing with the people as an audience as well.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, right?
Yeah.
The environment in itself is so supportive of acknowledging what emotions you're feeling, right?
No,
So-
that's so true. But also like I feel कि जो लोग थोड़े से भी क्रिएटिव होते हैं ना, उनके पास एक जरिया होता है अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस करने का. चाहे, और ये एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत चीज़ है कि लोगों को ऐसा लगता है कि सिर्फ पढ़ाई में ही सब कुछ रखा है और एक करियर बिल्ड करने में ही सब कुछ रखा है. बट ये जो एक साइड में को करिकुलर के साथ ये जो एक छोटी सी चीज़ हमने वेंट करने के लिए रखी हुई है ना, इट मेक्स थिंग्स a lot easier
You
to
know
move
what?
forward.
Now that you have touched that side of the things, I would say, तो मुझे लगता है स्कूल के एंड तक ना आई वाज दैट लाइक, मैं ऐसा नहीं बोलूंगी मैं सारा दिन पढ़ती रहती थी, बट आई यूज्ड टू बी लाइक स्टूडियस इन टर्म्स ऑफ लाइक, मैं अब नाउ माय डेफिनेशन ऑफ इंटेलिजेंट इज नॉट द मार्क्स, बट बैक देन तो मुझे लगता था कि मार्क्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है ये, तो मैंने बहुत पढ़ना है ना. बट व्हेन आई वाज इन कॉलेज, दैट्स व्हेन आई रियलाइज, एंड दैट्स व्हेन आई गॉट इनटू एक्चुअली पब्लिक स्पीकिंग, एंड यू नो I would go on stages, do anything and everything basically. I would get into debates, declamations, PowerPoint presentations, literally anything.
Yeah.
So that rush that I would get out of it, and at the same time, I think things like these just add on so much into your personality. And I think that was the point when I realized कि ये चीजें कितनी important है. That starts differentiating you from other people, right? So I think that was what got me into this in the first place.
Right.
And definitely, I think now if you ask me, and when I have kids, I am definitely going to put them into, like, you know,
put them on stage. Do whatever.
I mean, not on the stage, but like do whatever you feel like. Because when I was out of college, तब तक मुझे लगता था I'm just doing this for fun, right? मतलब ठीक है, college का time था, हो गया खत्म, now just do your job. But when I got into job, I actually realized that there's such a big void inside me, and I'm not being, you know, I'm not happy, right? So, and it took me 3 years to stay with that void. So I was an overachiever, है ना? तो मतलब मुझे लगता था कि मुझे attention बहुत अच्छी लगती है. मैंने ऐसा recognize किया था back then. तो I would overperform in my job, है ना? और I cracked promotions. I got promoted twice in a very short span. I was very happy. But at the end of the day, it wasn't filling that void.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized, oh my God, this is what I need to do. It's not just, okay, ठीक है, college
It's not the attention seeking. It's not to have a place. It's to be...
It's about the feeling of being understood.
And heard, and also say it out loud, right? That's so true. Actually, I was also very shy, honestly. Up until the age of 15, 16, before joining college, I was a very shy person. Although I always had attention around me because I studied in my father's own school. So everybody knew who I was. I was always the center of attention.
Can we do a high five? Okay, so at the college that I graduated from, my mom is the head of department there.
So you can understand, right?
Oh my, I have always, starting में तो मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि oh my, I have a name, like why do people call me as, okay, इनकी बेटी ऐसे करके, oh my God,
that's so true. but that gets instilled in you. You don't even know it, but that gets instilled in you. Like you don't know, like somebody is going through a corridor and say hello, hi, and you don't even know them, but they know you.
I know.
And I think that pushed me to do what I'm doing right now.
It's the same way. Like अब मुझे ऐसा तुम 10,000 लोग सामने खड़ा कर दो, मुझे ऐसा नहीं, because I'm so used to being in that spotlight all the time.
Yeah, right? That's true. And I used to think of it as a bad thing कि spotlight में होना is not a nice thing. To seek it is not a nice thing. But क्या करें, मतलब talent है यार, बाहर आता है, क्या कर सकते हैं, हमें उसको निकालना पड़ेगा. We have to have some way.
I started on a similar note as well. मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि यार I don't like this. Why is everyone, you know, noticing me so much? But then I think it pushed me to explore this side of me, and I'm so happy about the way things happen.
No, I feel so proud of people like you and I, and I'm not patting my back on my own show right now, but I do remember, like, I came from a very far, like, end of it. Like, I remember stepping on stage for the first time, and I had a script in my hand. I was like shivering from head to toe. And then after that, even though I was shivering, I just knew that I want to perform. And after that I did, and I got a prize. I don't know, it was for the encouragement or whatever, but that one single ounce of encouragement helped me to be who I am here.
And you know what about that? I remember the fact that I remember this incident till date means, you know, as children, what you experience impacts you so much. I still remember I was in class 5th or what. तो वो बोलते थे ना टीचर्स कि आप क्लास में रीडिंग करो, इतना पैराग्राफ है पढ़ के सुनाओ. तो ऐसे एक टीचर, मेरे इंग्लिश की टीचर थे, उन्होंने बोला, एंड I just read it and it was normal, and everyone, and at the end of it, उन्होंने he made the class clap for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, think about it, it's such a small thing, but it makes you feel like, oh my god, like, okay, this is something I have in me, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the point where that was the first sense of encouragement that I got.
And you still remember it, right?
Yeah.
Really, जो ये Canadian Dream नाम मैंने रखा है ना, इसके पीछे एक रीजन था कि जैसे हम कितनी सारी जगहें सोचते हैं ना कि सबसे पहले हम बात करेंगे यूएस के बारे में, अमेरिका के बारे में. वहां पर बोलते हैं द अमेरिकन ड्रीम, राइट? वहां पर जाके जॉब करना, न्यूयॉर्क में रहना, मैनहट्टन घूमना, और उसके अलावा कैलिफोर्निया जाना, लास वेगास जाना, नेवाडा, ऑल दीज प्लेसेस, राइट? वहां पर जाके थोड़ा समवट अचीवेबल लगता है, बट यहाँ पर आके कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है यार, जो आपने बात बोली कि 10 साल पहले कई लोग आए हैं अभी भी ब्रोक है, लाइक चेक टू चेक चल रहे हैं, राइट? तो और एक सबसे बड़ी पार्ट है कि यहाँ पे हम मोस्टली अकेले होते हैं, तो साइकोलॉजिकली इट पुट्स अ लॉट ऑफ प्रेशर ऑन योर माइंड, एंड दैट brings me to my question about maintaining your mental health here. Like, how are you coping up with that?
I mean, definitely, na, in both the countries, there's a big culture difference. Like in general in India, na, so just to quote an example, I used to live alone by choice for almost a year and a half, I would say. है ना? And it never used to bother me, honestly. I loved it, right? But अगर मैं यहाँ पे सोचूं ना कि मैं अकेले रहूं, I would end up in a very bad mental state. है ना? तो there's a, like in India in general also ना, people are very involved in each other's life. यहाँ पे definitely they'll be like, hey, hi, how are you? I'm good. उसके बाद at the end of the day, no one is like, you know, हर कोई बहुत अपनी personal space में, which is also kind of good in a way. But also I think there's a big culture difference, right? So I think in the initial few months when I came here, and even though I came with the permanent residency, so my path, मुझे यहाँ आके realize हुआ
Relatively easier.
by relatively बहुत ज़्यादा easier. Like I'll tell you, back in India मुझे लगता था कि यार ठीक है ना, इतना भी क्या हो गया. But now after coming here, when I see people struggle through it, I know what, you know, how much difference it makes. तो अब मेरे साथ क्या होता था कि जब मैं यहाँ मतलब नई व्हेन आई वुड टेल पीपल कि अच्छा, एक तो सबसे पहले यहाँ पे बंदा पूछता है कि कौन से वीज़ा पे हो, है ना? इफ समवन वुड कम टू नो कि अच्छा ऐसा है, तो दे वुड बी लाइक अच्छा तुम्हारा तो क्या ही है ना, लाइक तो बहुत ईजी है. बट आई थिंक द चेंज ऑफ कंट्री इन इटसेल्फ इज अ बिग ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इन एनीवन्स लाइफ, राइट? यू आर काइंड ऑफ स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम स्क्रैच नो मैटर व्हाट, राइट? तो मैं ये नहीं कहूँगी कि आई थिंक नो वन स्ट्रगल इज कंपेरेबल, राइट? मैं बोलूँ कि तुमसे मैंने ज़्यादा ईजी या मुश्किल क्या, इट्स यूनिक, इट्स वेरी सब्जेक्टिव थिंग इन इटसेल्फ. तो इनिशियल फ्यू मंथ्स मुझे बहुत ही अजीब सा लगता था, है ना, कि लाइक I would never feel understood, right? It's actually the thing with mental health issues is it's so hard to put it into words. Okay, think about it. I'm into poetry, right? But still, for a person like me as well, it's so hard to put things into word and put it into perspective so that, you know, someone else understands. It's very hard, right? Initial few months were a struggle. Now I've started, I would say I've started feeling like home in this country, and obviously paved my way through it. But yeah, I mean, it's a big struggle, and sometimes, like, no matter, so I feel like no matter how hard you try, sometimes nothing works out, and you have to make peace with it, right? There's just no other way.
That's so true. That's so
It is what it is.
So I think this is the part of it, like that also this loneliness gives you your time to be yourself, because यहाँ पर आपको खुद के साथ इतना टाइम मिल जाता है कि आप खुद को इतना जान जाते हो, पहचान जाते हो, but at the same time वो loneliness actually कभी कभी खाती है, और उसका कोई solution for a longest period of time नहीं होता, क्योंकि और which also brings me to my next question कि यहाँ पर आकर जो सही लोग हैं उनका मिलना बहुत ज़रूरी है. एंड वर यू एबल टू फाइंड द राइट पीपल व्हेन यू केम?
टू बी ऑनेस्ट, एकदम से तो ना मुझे लगता है कि अभी भी समटाइम्स क्या, मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा ट्रस्ट इश्यूज होते हैं, राइट? लाइक मुझे लगता है कि आई एम अ गुड लिसनर, आई कैन कनेक्ट विद पीपल, आई कैन हैव स्मॉल टॉक्स एंड, यू नो, इवन लेंथी कॉन्वर्सेशंस एज वेल, बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे the things that affect me the most, I still struggle sharing it, right? तो वो डेफिनेटली चीज़ है. एकदम से तो आपको आपके तरह की you don't find your tribe एकदम से, right? But हाँ, definitely about the last point that you were talking about, about, right? मतलब मुझे हमेशा ऐसा लगता था कि इंडिया में रह के कि मेरे को तो अकेले रहना आता है, right? I just know the drill. But it's a different story in here. And the other day, one of my friends who's still in India, she was talking about, यार मैं ना पहली बार अकेले खाने जा रही हूँ. I was like, bro. Ask me, right? मतलब यहाँ पे you have to do every, because it's just the way it works. The schedule is so busy for everyone. No one has time, right? If I think the biggest thing you can give someone if you love them is your time, right? So also things are a little transactional might be a heavy word, but for the lack of a better word, I would say थोड़ा यहाँ पे ना है ऐसा कि मतलब
Two-way
what
street.
yeah, if you're being too sweet, there's definitely a thing behind it, right? So you have to be very, very. So it's hard to trust. Like in India, na, मुझे लगता है कि Indian people are like generally very welcoming, right? Think about it. If you ever solo travel, like मैंने ऐसा बहुत ज़्यादा किया नहीं है, but I know for a fact that if you ever solo travel, people are so welcoming. They'll host you in their house and all. यहाँ थोड़ा अलग है, and especially I'm not even talking about people from other countries who come and settle in here. It's also about the Indians here as well. एकदम ना जब आप बिल्कुल नए नए आते हो आपको लगता है कि यार ये तो इंडियन है, ओके, थोड़ा है रिलेटेबिलिटी, but then you realize, oh my god, he's judging me the most, right? So it takes a while for you to understand कि अच्छा है, ऐसा है, क्या है, and then it fills you with trust issues. So you're left with no other option but to make peace with yourself, and that actually got me more into poetry.
Yeah, you see, you got to recognize yourself more through the alone time as well, right?
Right.
But also, I would want you to, recognize the fact that although you came here as a PR, but you did a 4-year job in India, right?
Yeah.
So you did something. You had a journey there in India.
Of course. So when you look at someone's life from the outside, now you always feel like, oh my god, ये तो क्या है? मेरी life का struggle देखो. But everyone's struggle in their own way is a big thing.
Yeah, that's
तो
so true.
मेरा थोड़ा ऐसा था कि I always knew that I have to come and move in here. So I kind of kept my pathway like that, है ना? When you come with PR तो ऐसा होता है कि फाइल डाल के भूल जाओ. You can't stick to the timeline कि ऐसा होगा वैसा होगा. But thankfully it all worked out. I would also consider myself a little, I think it's also somewhat in the stars as well. अब अगर if you talk about the score right now,
Oh my God,
it's so it's
मुश्किल हो रहा है काम.
so it's also about what situation you're in, what factors are impacting a lot of things.
No, that's so true. Actually, the situation is very different. But what I was trying to say is that it's very easy to judge somebody's journey from the outside because corporate world in India is hard. It's really hard because I talk to my friends sometimes कि जो corporate world में इस time India में काम कर रहे हैं. Here 9 to 5 is 9 to 5, right? And it's hourly to hourly. Then 9 to 5 can be 9 to 9, can be 9 to 8, and they don't feel guilt about giving you extra work at all.
To put a number into it, I still remember मैं इंडिया में 16 hours straight भी मैंने काम किया है, right?
Wow.
And here it's like it's so nice and sweet that if your job is till 5, you're not expected to stay back 1 minute पहले भी और 1 minute बाद भी. And if you do, if you're asked to stay back after, you're paid for it.
You're paid for it,
I think that's how it should be. But unfortunately, it's not sometimes in India.
Yeah.
It also depends on the company culture though.
But I don't think, I think the better the company, more the workload. This is what I've realized.
It is. Kind of it is, I agree.
तो वही बात है. I think यहाँ पर लोगों को humans की तरह ज़्यादा treat किया जाता है.
हाँ,
ज़्यादा recognition मिलती है तुम्हें as an इंसान. बजाय कि तुम एक एम्प्लॉई हो, एक कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में काम कर रहे हो.
Yeah, and corporate space में तो ऐसा है ही है. I would say in general also. Like इंडिया में कैसा होता है कि अच्छा if you're not a doctor, engineer, ये वो तो you're looked at in a different way. यहाँ पे no matter what you do, no, like people are least bothered, and that's how it should be. Why? At the end of the day, it's not just what I have in my bank account. It's what conversation am I able to start. So I think Zakir Khan है किसकी मैंने कोई podcast सुनी थी, and it was like at the end of the day, people look at you the way you make them feel, right? So that's what a human is about. It's not just the money you earn, right?
Yeah. So true. And I think I personally feel that I am actually inspired by your journey somewhat because एक तो देखो अपने साथ जो चीज़ आप इंडिया में छोड़ के आते हो उसको छोड़ना बहुत आसान है लेकिन लेके आना बहुत मुश्किल है क्योंकि यहाँ पे आके आपको जो सब चीज़ें मैनेज करनी पड़ती है, स्ट्रगल करना पड़ता है. तो एक जाने से पहले, ब्रेक पे जाने से पहले एक छोटा सा सवाल कि हाउ डू यू मैनेज?
I think one thing that I've always ensured very consciously is that I've always tried to at least keep myself adaptable. Like the whole point of moving countries is to put yourself in a better situation than you are in. Obviously, we want to be in a better space, right? So if I keep myself so much like नहीं मैं तो ऐसी हूँ मैं तो ऐसी ही रहूँगी तो and by the way a lot of people have seen कि you know they talk about how तुम अपनी Indian roots भूल रहे हो and all of that. Like okay, like just because okay, a lot of people by the way also talk about how changing accents and let's not even start that topic. It's a discussion in itself. But I feel like मुझे ऐसा लगता है personally that the reason why India is so beautiful as a country is because it's so diverse and you get to explore the good sides of every culture. It's the same thing here, right? It's so culturally diverse. So why would you want to stick on to some negatives of your culture? And I'm not saying that you know they're all negatives. Stick to the good side of your culture and also try to absorb you know the other sides of other cultures. So
Definitely.
And I'm pretty sure who have been connected for the last 3 segments, उनको भी अब बुलीन के बारे में थोड़ा बहुत पता लग गया होगा. They must have become familiar with who you are and your personality. तो अभी जैसे हम बात कर रहे थे, आपने बताया कि जब आप इंडिया में थे, you were doing the corporate job and getting the promotions that you wanted, and you know earning for yourself, maintaining your life the way you want, and living alone, everything all together at once. But at the same time, still एक खालीपन था, है ना? तो वो खालीपन एक तो रियलाइज हो जाता है, राइट? फिर यहाँ पे आके वो सेम चीज हुई, राइट? आप कॉर्पोरेट जॉब कर रहे हो और फिर यहाँ पे आके तो हमें सब कुछ और भी ज्यादा करना पड़ता है. लाइक आपको खाना बनाना है, अपना ध्यान रखना है, कपड़े धोने हैं, अपना लाइक लॉन्ड्री, डिटर्जेंट, ये वो सब इट्स ऑल टुगेदर, राइट? और फिर उसके बाद आपको अपना ध्यान के साथ साथ मेंटली अपने आप को कितना ज्यादा वो वेल रखना पड़ता है, क्योंकि हमारी फैमिली यहाँ नहीं होती. उसके भी बीच में यू टेक आउट टाइम फॉर योर आर्ट. Is an art in itself. So how do you do it?
I would say the thing, and sadly enough, the thing with any sort of creative field is it doesn't pay your bills.
Yeah.
Right? तो इंडिया में मैंने 1-1.5 साल ऐसा किया तो I kind of spent a lot of time in creating a balance in my life to execute everything. Right? It's hard. But coming here, एकदम से I had to take a long break. Right? And anyone who's into any sort of creative field would know. I've seen so many people who are into singing, music, but they're doing very different jobs and they have not been able to catch up. It's hard. तो मुझे sort of I had a I was able to sneak peek into how that life would look like in India. Thankfully I had a reference, so I was and I think that was the biggest motivation that I had to find a similar job here. It took me 10 months though. I had to do very different kind of jobs as well, right? एकदम से आपको you don't get everything served in a plate. Right? So but I think pursuing my passion, pursuing poetry on the side as well was the biggest motivation for me to find a balance in my life ASAP, right? Now finally 10 months down, now I finally find myself in the situation जहाँ पे मुझे लगता है कि I am in a better situation to manage both. So what I used to do it back in India was I used to keep my weekends jam packed for poetry. Like I would perform with one platform, then the other, then thankfully enough I also got a chance to do a proper show with few of other artists as well. So that's also something. By the way, so here's the thing, I think when I moved in here मुझे सबसे बड़ा डर ये था कि मैंने इतनी सुंदर अपना लाइफ का वो बैलेंस सा बनाया हुआ था ना इंडिया में, तो मुझे लगता था यहाँ आके आई डोंट वांट टू गिव अप ऑन व्हाट आई लव डूइंग, राइट, एट द एंड ऑफ द डे. तो मुझे ये बहुत ज़्यादा था. बट थैंकफुली इनफ आई रियलाइज यहाँ आके थोड़ा सा प्लेटफॉर्म एक्सप्लोर करके अब मैं थोड़े से थिएटर ग्रुप्स के साथ मैंने कनेक्ट किया, राइट, थोड़े से प्लेटफॉर्म्स एक्सप्लोर करे, तो उसको देख के मुझे लगा यार एट द एंड ऑफ द डे ना एवरीवन's human. We all have emotions that need to be heard, and that's why poetry is also something that people love in here. तो मुझे इस चीज़ का बहुत डर था कि पता नहीं प्लेटफॉर्म्स होंगे नहीं होंगे, मैं परस्यू कर पाऊंगी या नहीं कर पाऊंगी. बहुत टाइम लगा टू क्रिएट एंड गेट इनटू सच अ सिचुएशन जहाँ दोनों का बैलेंस हो पाए, थैंकफुली. एंड या द प्लान इज टू एक्सप्लोर more platforms, perform for people, connect with more people, and create safe spaces for people to talk about.
So were you able to find some platforms here in Canada?
Yes, I mean मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा अभी एक्सप्लोर नहीं करा, just started with it because I was busy onto other things. एक अलग ही struggle शुरू हो जाता है यहाँ के. But yeah, I've explored few platforms, very less. I'm looking forward to exploring and working with different platforms as well.
Alright. Okay, तो इसी बात पे हम ऐसा करते हैं, थोड़ी सी और आपकी पोइट्री सुन ही लेते हैं. So if you're ready, let's do something for audience as well.
Okay, so by the way, just an FYI, I write in English, Hindi and Punjabi, all 3 different languages. तो I think मैं पंजाबी का एक piece.
हमारी audience तो है भी mostly पंजाबी है, like just पंजाबी, right? तो they love it.
ठीक है तो ओके दिस गोज लाइक ਲੈਂਦਾ ਸੂਰਜ ਕਦੇ ਡਰਦਾ ਥੋੜੀ ਏ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਛੱਡਿਆਂ ਕੋਈ ਮਰਦਾ ਥੋੜੀ ਏ ਹਾਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਔਖਾ ਖੁਦ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਫ ਕਰਨਾ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਲਈ ਹਾਂ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਔਖਾ ਖੁਦ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਫ ਕਰਨਾ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਲਈ ਪਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਪਿਆਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕੋਈ ਦੇਖਭਾਲ ਕੇ ਕਰਦਾ ਥੋੜੀ ਏ ਲੈਂਦਾ ਸੂਰਜ ਕਦੇ ਡਰਦਾ ਥੋੜੀ ਏ
Oh wow, how sweet. I just want to clap like this. There needs to be a background clapping, man. Like for you, this is so sweet. I mean, कितनी प्यारी बात करी आपने है ना. आई थिंक इट वाज मोस्टली अबाउट कि प्यार जब होता है तो देखता नहीं है कि किससे हो जाता है, राइट.
हाँ, we're so vulnerable in love that we all make stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
But it's so important to make peace with it and acknowledge कि हाँ, it is what it is.
नहीं एक्चुअली आई थिंक हम ना बचपन से लेके बड़े होने तक हमें कितनी सारी कंडीशंस दी जाती हैं एंड स्पेशली फॉर लव एंड स्पेशली इन इंडिया कि कई बारी कि हमारे ही रिलीजन का होना चाहिए, हमारी कास्ट का होना चाहिए, हमारे जैसे होना चाहिए, लड़की हमारी तरह की होनी चाहिए, लड़का हमारी तरह का होना चाहिए, अगर बैलेंस नहीं बना तो क्या. Although we have conditioned in this way so much, but still we go towards the different direction.
Plus, also, I do definitely feel like with age and with every phase of life, your definition of love also changes.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
स्कूल के टाइम प्यार होता है कि अरे यार
पागल वाला.
I know that feeling you cannot experience other than in that phase of life. Now, if you talk about love, it's a whole different thing in itself,
yeah,
right?
Definitely. मतलब उस टाइम पे जब हम प्यार के बारे में हम सोचते हैं तो लगता है यही दुनिया, यही इसी लड़के से बस शादी हो जाएगी और बात खत्म हो जाएगी. ये नहीं पता होता कितनी बारी भी दिल टूटना है,
कितनी बार दिल
कितनी
टूटना
बारी
है.
धोखे मिलने हैं और कितनी कई लोगों के लिए ऐसा नहीं होता. कई लोगों के लिए हाई स्कूल स्वीट हार्ट्स आर देयर.
देखा है people getting married, like you know they knew them back in school and
Yeah,
wow,
and
yeah,
getting
I mean,
married. Actually, this is actually, I think those are the people who can become an example for the situationship era. कि कुछ भी
let's
certain
not
नहीं
even
है,
get
but
started there.
yeah. लेकिन वही मैं देखना लाइक कभी मैंने अपने कुछ फ्रेंड्स को भी देखा है, राइट, जो बचपन से एक दूसरे के साथ थे, लाइक स्टार्टेड एज फ्रेंड्स एंड देन दैट रिलेशनशिप टर्न्ड इनटू लाइक अ ब्यूटीफुल मैरिज.
Right.
पर उनसे जब मैं पूछती हूँ कि व्हाट इज द you know spice and what is that actual thing that just kept you guys together, and I think it's just consistency, and it's very hard in
Right.
this generation to give it to each other and the commitment. बहुत सारे
Right.
issues है because I think pool बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा हो गया to explore from.
हाँ, choices बहुत बढ़ गई हैं, है ना?
हाँ, लाइक द डेटिंग एप्स आर देयर एंड उसके अलावा भी कहीं पे भी हम जाते हैं हमें ऐसा लगता है कि अच्छा अगर ये इंसान अभी नहीं है तो कोई बात नहीं, कोई और मिल जाएगा. पहले ऐसे माइंडसेट नहीं होता था.
हाँ, and then I think the thing about this entire generation is we've been fighting for choices. We need more choices in every space. Think about it, right? But at the end of the day, मुझे लगता है जब ज़्यादा choices हो जाती हैं ना तो काम खराब भी हो जाता है.
Actually,
There are plenty of fish in the sea, but जब एक ढूंढनी होती है नहीं मिलती है.
actually I was reading it today कि when you start looking for a guy to get married to, you realize that not all the fish in the sea are worthy of getting married. Like
So true, right?
some of them are just there swimming and you cannot just catch them and have them for yourself to get married. Not everybody has the same mindset, but that's a topic for like this is a separate topic of discussion. We might cry at the end of this session. Like अगर हमारे ज़्यादा जख्म खुरेदी है तो थोड़ी दिक्कत हो जाएगी, तो हम कुछ और बारे में बात कर लेते हैं. Yeah, so that topic is like another set of discussion. We can have another podcast on it. But before we take like break and end this episode today, I'd like to ask like when was that moment or any incident that happened when you realize like life here is not as bad? Like it's I should just keep on going and it's all of it is going to be worth it in the end.
I mean, if I have to quote an incident, I don't think I do have one, but I think it's more about what situation you are in. I think it's more about stability. Like, I had to create that situation to make me feel better in this country. And like I said, that was the biggest motivation for me to like create a life around myself where I am able to balance both.
Yeah,
right?
everything that you want to
So
do.
it
in
wasn't a
life.
particular incident as such, but it was an effort of almost 1 year to kind of. And now, honestly, if you ask me, I'm very happy about the decision that I took. I can see a future in this country.
Right. So before leaving, I'd ask one thing from you that any suggestion that you would like to give to your younger self, what would that be?
To answer your question, I would say I would never doubt what my gut tells me. राइट. मुझे लगता है कि हाँ डेफिनेटली जब जिंदगी में कोई भी डिसीजन लेने की बारी आती है ना, हम अपने फ्रेंड से पूछ लेते हैं, माँ बाप से पूछ लेते हैं, है ना, बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे you know what is right for you, and if you keep doubting that, no one else can decide that for you.
Right.
I think that's the biggest justice you can do to yourself.
Right. And actually I think over the years लड़कियों को अपनी gut feeling को ना सुनना सिखाया जाता है. That's not anybody's fault because हमें पहले बताया जाता है कि you listen to your father, listen to your mother, and then we are supposed to listen to our boyfriends and listen to our husbands and their families. तो जो gut feeling है ना वो strong होने के बाद भी दबी रह जाती है.
There's a whole set of rules that you have to abide by to be categorized as the good girl, right?
Yeah. So you have to be a good girl in a society, and while doing that, following your gut feeling is very very hard because you've been nurtured in a way कि ऐसा लगता है कि जो आप सोच रहे हो that may be too dominant for the society, and dominant women are not really welcomed.
I know.
Right. So yeah, but thank you so much for coming tonight and joining us for this show. It was lovely having you, and thank you so much for talking about your journey and sharing your experiences so far.
Thank you so much for inviting me and having me here.
Alright, so we'll see you all. Thank you so much to all the viewers जो हमें देख रहे थे, हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए थे. हम आपको फिर मिलेंगे अगले शो में, अगले एपिसोड में नए गेस्ट के साथ. Keep on watching the Canadian Dream Just podcast.